Alright, what we're going to do, we're going to inspect a couple of the compartments, and today I'm going to do a nest change on ChirpyNest number 2. I did a nest check yesterday and recorded the young and the eggs and the condition of the nest. So today I want to do a nest change on this compartment because these birds are around 10 days old. But let's examine these birds first, and we'll take a look at the age of this compartment. These birds have just hatched in the last couple of days. You can see there's 4 young in there, and I don't like to do a nest change till the young are at least 7 to 10 days old. But to give you an idea of the size differences, this is my wooden house, my cedar house. You can see these young in here are probably about 6 days old. I'd have to check the records to get the exact date, but their eyes aren't quite open yet and their feathers aren't coming out. In the upper compartment is the original deep compartment of the cedar, formerly T14 house. Now it's converted to a 10 compartment house. But in order to prep for the nest change in here, a nest change is basically the changing out of the bedding with fresh bedding to eliminate parasites that build up in the nest. I'm going to pull a tray out of this compartment, which has been unused. But since I do a pre-nest in the spring, this compartment is already has a nesting material in it. So normally I'll either carry a fresh tray with me, or since we're into June, this is June 10th, I'll just pull one out of a compartment that hasn't been used. To do a nest change in the ChirpyNest boxes, it's real simple. You just open the lid. I will pull the tray out. I like to shade from the sun as much as possible, and I'll just transfer these young to the new nest. These young are still about 7 or 8 days old, and with that transfer made, I'll slide right back in. Before I do, if you notice inside the box, some of the leaves and things that they use to build their nest, I'll clean that out by just pulling it out. And I have a scraper that I'll use to push that out the back. Slide the tray of young back in. Close the compartment, and we are good to go. This is the old nesting material. I'm going to dump it into this tray so we can see if there's any blowfly larvae. The blowfly like to burrow and hide between these leaf layers along with some of the other nest debris, and we'll dump it into the container just to see what all we find. This nest looks to be pretty clean of blowfly. You can see some other insects and things that are in the bedding. The design of the ChirpyNest also has a screened bottom, so insects that burrow to the bottom of the nest while they're not feeding, the idea is that they will fall through this screen and then be pushed or fall out the back of the nest box, keeping the nest more sanitary. I'll go ahead and put this tray back into compartment number 3. It's probably too late to attract a nesting pair this year, but I have noticed a few birds investigating the unoccupied container or unoccupied cavity here and on the corner. I'll go ahead and raise this back up now because I'm not going to do a change out in any of the wooden compartments right now, but we'll get it back up so the birds can continue feeding.